Something was always just missing in my life. I always had problems. I was able to go to school, I was able to get degrees, I was able to do things, but I just kept failing. I just kept not succeeding the way I wanted to, even if I would succeed in maybe the world's terms, but in mine, I didn't succeed. I failed a lot. I got to my low. I got really sick. I got black mold poisoning and almost died. I blamed God, I guess, as well as other people. After I got out of the hospital, I went around for a couple of months just kind of trying to think that I could do things on my own. I could find my own help. They gave me pain medicine. The pain medicine wasn't enough. I started to do street drugs, and I got to the point where I was just doing anything and everything just to numb the pain. And it wasn't pain physically, but it was just a void in my life that I had. I was doing whatever I could to just feel better. And so one day my sister called me and said that she found a place that we had bought crosses from before named Strong Tower, and that she thought that I should call them. And I was kind of apprehensive, and I was scared, and I didn't know if it was something I wanted to do. My sister gave my number to Angela, and Angela called me, and she talked to me kind of about what Strong Tower was about, that it wasn't just a place where I was going to go and find, to be able to help just from drugs or from being lost, but it was a place where I would be able to go and find God. And it took me 6 months to come to Strong Tower. I didn't feel alone all of a sudden. I felt like I had a family just immediately, like I belonged. It wasn't just that I had a family, but it's like I could feel like I belonged immediately. I've learned that there's nothing that is too great. There's nothing in my life that I could have ever done or will ever do that will be too much for my God. I am enough, and I'm worthy, and I'm chosen, and He says that I'm loved and I'm blessed and that I'm forgiven every single day. I found the reason that I was actually created. I found who I want to be and who I want to become. I found the mom that I want my daughter and my sons to know, the daughter that I want my parents to know, knowing that I am enough, that what He's making me into is enough because it's His creation. I'm His creation, and it's in His perfect timing.
I basically started doing drugs when I was about 15. The last 10 years, it was just all about drugs. Very dark, nothing good going on at all. I got to a point where I decided that I basically had to escape where I was living. And once I did that, I went to my sister's, which I'd been there many times to basically hide from my life. And this time, it just so happened that my niece came through the door and told me that she'd seen Strong Tower fundraising at Walmart. We researched it on the internet, and I said that I would go. And 2 days later, I was at Strong Tower, standing at the front door. Once I got here, I just decided I was gonna jump in with both feet and get as much out of it as I possibly could. And I've done really good. I know exactly where to turn for all my answers, no matter what life brings at me. I know the Lord is my answer. This is the best decision I made in probably my whole life. I didn't really know that I was done doing drugs, but God did know. All I have to do is just trust in Him and know that He's going to establish my footsteps. I feel like all I have to do is just rest in Him and trust Him, and He's going to smooth my way.
So I started drinking and smoking weed when I was probably like 13, 14 years old. got in a really bad car wreck. Me and my cousin hit a tree. I got addicted to pain medicine when I was about 14. When I was 15, I started shooting up Dilaudid and methamphetamines and heavily drinking. My dad kicked me out the house because I pretty much did what I wanted to. The more money I made, the bigger my drug addiction got. Got into a bunch of trouble. They sent me to prison for a while. I got out. I did all right. I pulled my 401k, but I started using again. Started drinking real heavily again. It just got worse. Started fighting everybody. Everybody trying to kill me, I'm trying to kill them, type thing. Live off in the woods, off in a river bottom, so I took off walking down the road and a silver BMW comes down the road. It was my grandma. Everybody been looking for me, couldn't find me. There's my grandma coming down the road that she don't ever come down. So I jumped in with a backpack. I said, just get me out of here. And her husband, Dale, he told me, he said, well, what's gonna be different this time? I said, I don't know, man, I just gotta get out this town for a little bit. He said, you've tried all this other stuff and you ain't succeeded yet. Tell me what you gonna do? I said, man, if you just get me out of here, I'll show you. So halfway to Houston, my mom calls, says, I got a place. Bring him here. It was Strong Tower. The next day, I talked to Aaron, I was here. Since I've been here, God's really changed my life. Got a hold to me, pretty much. It's really great that people love you, don't care, that they're gonna help you. When I got here, my mom came and see me for the first time. My dad, me and him butt heads a lot, so we didn't talk. Now I talk to him all the time. I have more understanding of how everything is now, instead of thinking it was just some story in a book. Every morning I get to come in here and praise God. And I just thank God that I'm still alive. I don't know, God's got something planned for me. I don't know what it is, but I'm down to find out. Whatever it is, I know it's gonna be good.
I tried everything for the first time when I was 13. I started smoking weed and drinking and sex, and then that just progressed. It started off to just be fun, just something to do. The weed and the drinking led to using cocaine and then methamphetamines. I was using and partying and working and trying to raise my son, and I was a closet addict the whole time. Nobody knew what I was doing with my extra time, but it was a struggle. Nobody knew what I was doing because on the outside I looked like I had everything together, but on the inside I was broken. And I got arrested, and everybody found out. Everybody knew my secret. They knew what I was doing, and when that happened, I lost everything. I lost my marriage. I lost my home. I was asked to leave. I ended up getting in a lot of trouble. I had the mentality of, if you want to see a criminal, I'll show you one. And I picked up 11 felonies in a 2-week period. I was about to go to prison for a long time. Then my life was over. I'd already lost my sons. The woman of my dreams that I just met, they were all gone. My family. I got on my hands and knees and I asked Jesus for some help. Somebody had stopped my father at a Walmart. It was at a fundraising table, and they had given him the number to this place, and he put it in his wallet and he kept it there for a long time. And whenever I had called him from jail and told him that I needed help, I needed somewhere to go, somewhere that was faith-based, that I needed Jesus in my life in order to change, he gave me that number, and he gave it to my fiance, Kayla, and she called him. She called Aaron and talked to him, and Aaron said, of course, put him, tell him to put us on his list and get a hold of us, and if the judge will let him, he can come here. And we came to Hitchcock, Texas. After I came to Strong Tower, I realized that this is where God wanted me to be. I love the idea of being redeemed, of being delivered, from this addiction. when I got here, they told me that there was deliverance, that Jesus could deliver you from anything. And that sounded so sweet to me. I got married. I married the woman of my dreams while I was here. I'm ready to go out there and to be with my family. I'm this close to getting my kids back, my 2 sons back, and be the man of God that I'm supposed to be the Christian leader of my family, and to carry them through.